And days after the Brazilian Senate approved a bill to reduce the prison sentence of former President Jair Bolsonaro, the country's Supreme Court has rejected a fresh appeal from the jailed former president against his coup conviction. A Supreme Court judge quashed the appeal, calling it inadmissible. The judge said that he did not recognize the fresh appeal. At least 2 judges are required to vote against a conviction. However, only one of the 5 judges on the Supreme Court voted not to convict Bolsonaro. Though the Supreme Court declared that Bolsonaro had exhausted all his appeals, the former president's attorneys filed an appeal on the merits of a case 3 days after he was jailed for 27 years for leading a scheme to prevent President Lula da Silva from taking office. Furthermore, on Friday, the Brazilian Supreme Court authorized the transfer of Bolsonaro to a hospital in Brasilia for surgery to treat his inguinal hernia. The authorization came following a request by Bolsonaro's lawyers. Following this, the Supreme Court ordered the Brazilian police to launch a probe against 2 lawmakers and key allies of Bolsonaro for allegedly embezzling parliamentary funds. Now, the Brazilian police conducted raids in connection with the probe in 7 locations, including the homes of leader of the Liberal Party, Sóstenes Cavalcante, and a pro-Bolsonaro lawmaker, Carlos Jordi. In a statement, police said that they are being probed on the suspicion of embezzlement and subsequent concealment of public funds. The money had been allegedly embezzled through fraudulent vehicle rental contracts. Now, according to the police, the money came from budget allocated to parliament members for expenses related to their mandate. Reports suggest that over 400,000 Brazilian reais, or $70,000, have been recovered as a Brasilia address linked to Cavalcante. Law enforcement officials have published the photos of stacks of money in 100 reais note in black plastic bags. Following this, both Cavalcante and Jordi have denied all allegations.
I have nothing to fear. Everything will be clarified to the competent authorities. When my lawyers authorize the release of further information to members of the press and to the Brazilian public, I will do so. Because, as the principle goes, those who have nothing to hide have nothing to fear.